Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Star with H&S Designs Now. I hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, we're just going to be throwing together some really quick, simple, and easy beaded ornaments for whichever holiday it is that you celebrate. For me, it's Christmas. For you, it might be Christmas, might be Kwanzaa, it could be Hanukkah, it could be any holiday that you choose to participate in. Which happy holidays, by the way. So, on my table here, we're going to get going. I'm going to move my camera up a little closer, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of explanation. Alright, so as you can see on my table, I have a bunch of different kinds of beads. I have a few tools. I also have a tray with some already made ornaments on here. Some that were made by me, and a couple that were made by my daughter, which I might throw in a clip. I don't know yet. But so you can see here with these two smaller ornaments that I used what is called ring size memory wire. And with these others, those used the bracelet size memory wire. This is what we're going to use in today's video. You can probably use other things other than memory wire, but for this I really like using it because it kind of holds its shape. It's hard to honestly break this memory wire. It really is. It's quite difficult. I'm just going to move these off to the side. These were already made. I attempted this video once. Yeah. It didn't go so well. I might throw in a clip. I don't know. But we're going to move these off to the side that we've already got made. And then this is our memory wire. I have two pieces of the bracelet style memory wire. It doesn't matter the color. It doesn't matter if it's round, if it's oval, whatever it is, because it's what you got. You use what you got. I also have the ring size memory wire. Don't ask me where I got this. I honestly cannot remember. I probably got it from Rio Grande, but I can't remember. So I will say though, for the ring size, that these that I'd already made, this one is entirely too long. This right here is better for a really large tree. It's still cute. I really like how it turned out, but it's too big. Okay, I think we can agree on that. And then this was what was left over from that one, and it's kind of too small. So it's cute too, but just it wasn't what I was going for. And so we're just gonna make some more. You know, why not? I've got tons. I mean, I've got tons of beads, and this is only a small portion of the amount of beads that I have for jewelry making. Seriously, a lot of these right here in the bags off to the side, those were like my early days of going. So that this is a mixed bag, and this is some not tiger's eye, but fish eyes or something like that, and just some other stuff. This right here is the main contender. This is what we're going to mainly be using today for our ornaments. I'm going to make one of each size so you have an idea of what's going on and how to do it. As for tools, there is one tool that I do not have that you will want to have or get sometime, especially if you're going to be using a lot of memory wire at all. You're going to want to have a memory wire cutter. Okay, I don't have one because I don't honestly use memory wire too often. So when I do use it, I just get out my very old pair of cutters. That's what I use personally. And especially for this, it's not going to be up against skin. It's not going to hurt as much if it has a sharp edge to it. But if you're going to make bracelets and rings and stuff with your memory wire, you do want those cutters. Let me just put that out there. So you want some kind of cutters. I will say you do not want to use your jewelry cutters, your actual wire cutters, because if you use your flush cutters for memory wire, you will mess them up. It's hard to tell, but there's a notch right here in mine, and I will get you a closer look. So you see that notch? It's hard to tell, I know. Right there. Very difficult to tell, but you can see it a little bit. That's where I had used these on some memory wire one time, and it messed them up. So that's just my little tip for the day. Don't use your good flush cutters for memory wire. Use something old that it's not going to matter if it messes it up, or actually go and get some actual, you know, stainless steel cutters, okay? So you want some kind of cutters. You want at least 2 kinds of pliers. These are just standard pliers, and these are bent nose pliers. It's just what I like to use. And then you will need some kind of round nose pliers. Does not matter what they look like. These, you can tell these two are like the cheap brands that you can buy for like 10 bucks a pop, okay? So it doesn't matter what you got, as long as you got what you need. Okay, so I'm gonna set all these aside for right now. And I have, if you're wondering, I have my tray and I have my little silicone mat. That's just so that I can keep on screen. Okay, you don't have to have this though. If you're working a lot with beads, you may want some kind of tray just to kind of keep them from falling off on the floor. Okay, don't let them fall. So I'm gonna start with the bracelet, and to get a good large shape, kind of like this, what you want to do is you want to find your end, and then you want to go a little past where your end meets the next coil. So I'm actually going to open it up a little bit like this. You see where my finger sits. I'm actually going to cut the next coil about here. This is going to be difficult. It's going to be loud, but it's going to get done. It takes a good bit of force too. Ha! Okay, so there's my section of my memory wire. Set this other aside. So it does overlap, as you can see. It does overlap a bit, but that's okay because we are also going to have to create loops on the ends of our wire. I know it can be difficult to see that, but we can create loops. And so we're going to need extra wire for creating those loops. This is when our round nose pliers come in. You can make these loops as large or as small as you want. This is going to be a bit difficult because it is stainless steel, or it is steel at least. So you want to get your wire as close to the end as you can, and as thick as you want it, whether it's little teeny tiny or all the way to the end. So I'm going to do about in the middle. Okay, and you're just going to curve it on itself. And you're going to take it again, turn it on itself till there's no gap, until it touches itself, or pretty close. So from here, there is still a gap in mine. Okay, so instead of using my round nose pliers for this, I'm going to take these pliers and I'm going to push that together until it touches. There we go. And I've got that. Now, the next thing you do, you put on your beads, whichever style you want, whichever order you want, however it is that you want to make your ornaments. Okay, I do have a lot of charms here. I like to have the little dangly charm in the middle. I think it just makes it just makes it really cute. This is one that my daughter made, and it is so cute. I love how this turned out. It really is. It's cute. So you just grab your beads. You just get going. You know, you do whatever it is you feel like doing because this is your ornament. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mix of these colorful beads and a mix of these white beads. All right, so I've pretty well got my ornament as full as I can, my memory wire about as full as I can get it. Probably should take a couple of off. Gonna do that, yeah. And it didn't quite turn out as symmetrical as I wanted to because these are not in the middle. But nonetheless, you get the point. Just whatever kind of way you want to do it, it's entirely 100% up to you how you want to make your ornament. Okay. And so from here, what you would do, and I'm just going to show you on this so you get an idea. You want to go back to your round nose pliers again, about the same place that you made this one, as big as you made that one. And again, as flush as you can get it, and curl it up on itself. Okay, this time you can leave a little gap because now what you want to do is not have your There we go. Night night, have your first bead. Eat up your piece. So I'm gonna hold on to this with this one as well as that one. Okay, for the moment. Okay, so now you want to loop this end onto this one so it grabs a hold of it. And once you do that, and this is gonna be the tricky part because you gotta hold on to everything, then you wanna close that loop. Okay, ta-da, we got it, we got it, we got it. All right, and now for the memory wire. So you can see I've got a section that's already kind of pulled apart, and then I've got this section that's really taut. So the easiest way to get it to pull apart is literally to just pull it, okay? You take a hold of it, and you pull it out, and it stretches it. It does that right there. So this is really awesome. You can make it as long or as compacted as you want. You can do whatever you want, really. With this, I think I'm just gonna go pull this a little bit harder, and I think I'm gonna cut it. I don't wanna make it too long. I'm gonna cut it about right here. So there's our section that we're gonna work with. And again, so you wanna decide, okay, do you want it curlier this way, which you can straighten out a little bit. So I'm just gonna go with that. And I'm gonna take my round nose again. You do wanna, again, create a loop. Bend it back upon itself. All the way. Okay, till it touches or till it overlaps. With this, it doesn't matter if it overlaps. So I've got an overlap here, and then we're gonna string our beads onto the top. All right, and again, now that I've got this done, I did have to pull out a couple of my blue spacers because I only had 2 reds and 2 greens, and so that's not a problem. Now, if I'd have known that, I would have separated them differently, but you know, that's okay. Also, ended up being just a smidge longer than expected, but this length is not horrible for a standard Christmas tree. So I think to try to end this off, I'm gonna see, because normally these don't want to go in here. It's got a really straight hole. So let's try it. And yay, it went. A little bit, at least. There we go. And then there we go. And that gets it closer to being a good end for everything. And so again, okay, so you want to figure out where the top is. And then I'm going to make this a big loop. Now that we've got our ornaments made, now you want to pick out what kind of charm you want. I think I'm going to go with the tree for the long one. I think I'm going to go with little Mr. Snowman for my little round ornament here. And again, you do not have to have charms for this. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. All right, and from here, you want to get out your jump rings. You want to get your ribbon, which this I just bought at the Dollar Tree. The jump rings I bought online. Of course, you will need a pair of scissors for your ribbon. So for jump rings, you don't need the smallest. You also don't need the largest. So I'd go somewhere in the middle. And this is mainly where your pliers are going to come in. So you get your jump ring, you open it up, you thread it on your hole that you made on the bottom of your charm. You thread your charm on, okay, and then you take a hold of it, you close it back up. Make sure it's together at least enough that it's not gonna come apart. I'm gonna go ahead and add my jump ring. Woo! Let's see. This one's being a bit difficult, guys. Come on. You open your jump ring. You want to thread your jump ring. Actually, I'm going to thread, for this one, I'm going to thread my little charm first, okay? Because this one's going to be just a smidge difficult. You gotta thread your jump ring through both loops. Then you got to hold your ornament. And then you got to close. And that keeps the loops together. Okay, and then it also holds the charm on there. So now we're gonna need, let's see. At this point, you don't need another jump ring for anything else, but you could use one, okay? So I'm gonna use one larger one for the big round ornament. Open it up, loop it through both, close it up. Now, if you want your charm to hang lower, you can get several smaller jump rings and put them together, and then that way the charm will dangle just a little bit more. That's entirely up to you. So from here, we can set things aside again because we've got that part ready. So now we can go to our ribbon. So you just take a bit of your ribbon, however long you want. Not really the right kind of ribbon exactly, but it's ribbon, it'll do. You can make a big bow, you can make a small bow, you can make whatever size bow you want. I like to cut my ends at an angle. I just think it looks prettier. You don't have to do that. That's just what I choose to do. Okay, and it helps with this part because now you got to thread your ribbon through that jump ring or through the loops. And what I do is I fold it in half, and then I take that one end and I get it in there. And I make it go. Until it's about half. Okay. And yes, I just got glitter everywhere. And just do what you would normally do. You don't even have to put any ribbon on this. You can just straight up put a hook if you wanted to. Okay. And bing, bang, boom. That's not the best looking bow, but we're gonna be happy with what we get, guys. And yeah, that got glitter literally everywhere. Oh my goodness. And alternatively, if you work with wire, you can also just take a bit of wire and make your own hook. Guys, you can do whatever you choose to do, and it'll turn out fine. It'll turn out great. These are so cute. They are so easy. They're fun to do with your kids. They're, the limit is what charms you've got and your imagination. That's truly what the limit is. There is no limit to making these cute little ornaments, I'm telling you. And it will give you something fun to do for the holidays. It gives your kids something fun to do. It makes them feel like they're a part of something. It gives y'all a tradition of, hey, let's make an ornament this year. Instead of, hey, let's go buy an ornament this year. Make your own ornament every year. Go to a local craft store, find when beads are on sale and get a few different strings of beads. Find some memory wire. Most craft stores will have at least some memory wire in stock. And then, guys, you can just go to town, get you some old pliers, get you some old cutters, and you can, and get you a little bit of ribbon or get you some wire, and you can make your own ornaments, guys. How good would this be? This would be really, really awesome to do with your kids. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making these. My kids have had fun making these. We're making more another day this week. I hope that you find this to be a good tradition to start with your family. It's, like I said, it's super simple, really easy. It's really not that expensive because, especially if you've got beads and wire left over from the previous year, you can make so many more ornaments. You can even gift those ornaments, guys. Hello, hi, free gift, free customized ornament for you. That's super simple and it's easy and it's from the heart, you guys, because you made it. So on that note, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Follow me on all of my social media accounts, and if you're willing to help support my channel, you can find my subscribe star link down in the description where you can join one of my tiers, get tons of behind the scenes footage and all kinds of other stuff, and you're supporting my channel, which I would greatly, greatly appreciate, which helps support my family. Thank you so much for watching, If you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon. And on that note, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys have a great day. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.